All right, now here's a tip for the writing and language part of the test. So on this part of the test, you're going to have an entire passage, and what they're going to do is they're going to underline certain parts of the passage and ask you to correct it. Okay, that's the most common type of question. So there'll be a sentence, right? A whole bunch of words, obviously. Then there'll be one part of the sentence that's underlined, and it'll continue. Okay, so this is supposed to be an underline here. And then there's a question asking how to fix that part of the sentence. Okay, this is what always messes up students from experience. It seems like it's really silly and really dumb, but it happens all the time. What students do is they focus on that part that's underlined, okay, and they correct that part of the sentence. Okay, but what they don't realize is that before that, there's the rest of the sentence, and maybe part of the sentence ends after it. So they're focused on this part and just trying to make that correct, which is almost impossible to do if you don't look at the entire sentence. So this might not even include the subject of the sentence. This part of the sentence sometimes might be part of descriptive language, which we get into in our courses. So the punctuation for that has to match up the punctuation in the beginning of it. So for example, for descriptive language, you might have a comma, then descriptive language and a comma, or a dash, descriptive language and a dash. So if you only focus on one part, you don't know which one to match it up with. If it's a comma, it has to match up with a comma. If it's a dash, it has to match up with a dash. And you're just focused on a comma, or you're just focused on a dash, not realizing that it's part of descriptive language. So always look at the entire sentence. All right, so that's one tip. The next tip is it's almost a giveaway if you get this on your test. Okay, so there's one word that if it's used, I can almost guarantee that it's going to be wrong 100% of the time. Okay, and that word is being. If the word being is used, not to describe like a human being, but being like to be, if that's used, that is going to be wrong. So if it's in the passage, you know you have to make a change. If it's an answer choice, you know you could cross that out. That is not the answer.